Alright, what's up guys? So, there are two small bags that are mandatory for me to go on a deployment, TDY, say vacation, like overseas, somewhere remote where you don't have access to a lot of stuff. And they both fit in these small bags here. So they are both outdoor research bags. I'll get into the bags a little bit later, but you can kind of see how big my hands are and how big they are. So this one's a little bit bigger, but it doesn't take up too much room, and this one's pretty easily carry-on base size. So I'm going to get into both of them specifically. So this is mainly for myself as active duty deployed, and these are the items that I carry with me to help me in daily life. So we'll start off with this bag. So I'll get this one out of the way, and then we'll dive straight into this one. So the first thing that I pulled out of the bag is a sewing kit. So I'm going to get straight into it, and most of you are like, oh, I've already seen a sewing kit. Well, I have a little bit different items in here than most. So it's a lock sack. That's what I like. I mean, there's better ones on the market. It's one I like. First off, zip ties. I have the really small ones, stuff like that, easily for repairing things. If you've ever seen one of these before, these go through or onto your multicam pants, and it's kind of like a patch. They don't work too well, but they're good in a pinch. I also carry extra fabric, you know, just probably 500. This one might be 1,000 here, and this one's probably 500-ish. By the material, but just extra patching material. I carry a small magnifying glass, like one of the really thin ones, so it can be used for, you know, thorns or trying to put the thread through a needle or something like that. Also, brass wire. Brass wire is really handy if cordage can't do the job, or thread can't do the job. Brass wire will definitely help out a lot. So a lot of you probably saw these before. Small sewing kit. I've just kind of modified it a little bit for my use. Like, this is the normal kit on the left, but I've added some bigger needles kind of in this capsule, along with some extra needles here as well. So I prefer the curved ones, like you can see all through here, and then larger, pretty much almost like leather-based needles, and then larger ones on this side too, with a curved needle. It's a lot easier for me to sew with a curved needle in certain situations, so that's why I carry them. Along with some scissors in there. Of course, dealing with thread, fabric, you're going to need to cut things. Same with a micro razor. Razor blade, right? Same thing. X-Acto knife, need to cut some things. These come in handy a lot. These are like bigger safety pins. You can kind of see how big they are compared to my hand. These have helped out a lot. Honestly, if something breaks, you can just safety pin it with these big heavy duty ones and save the day several times. Carry small duct tape, some more zip ties, some cordage here, just small stuff, 2 different colors, some extra thread. And that is it in the sewing kit. So, getting into the main contents of the bag, this was just in a lock sack. So now I'm going to get into the bag. So like I said, getting into the main kit. Duct tape, right? Decent roll, nothing too big that's going to be kind of in the way or whatnot. But I always carry duct tape for obvious reasons. Next is a bigger roll of zip ties with different assorted lengths. Next I do paracord, which is cordage, and then I do some shoelaces. Cordages, of course, but the shoelaces, personally, I've gone through a lot of shoelaces due to your grommets on your boots. Let's see if I have a boot here. Here we go. So if you have metal grommets, they tend to wear down over time, and then as you're pulling your laces through, they'll actually cut into your laces and they'll break. So you can use paracord like I did, or I just have a backup set here ready to roll as well, just in case your boots decide to break on you, or your boot laces, so you have something to exchange them out for, because I don't like having messed up boots. Next is adhesive of some kind. I have a lot of it because it's helped out many of times, especially shoe goo in these smaller capsules. Actually, you can see there's a rupture, so this one might actually be bad. But I have a lot of these other ones, rubber cement, and a number one thing that I've actually put in recently is JB Water Weld. So this stuff actually adheres underwater, so, or in a liquid-based environment or anything like that. Really handy. I've actually used this a couple times, and it was exactly what I needed to get through the day without having any issues. Next is a simple Bic Lighter, of course. Why not? It comes in handy. I also carry a P38, small lanyard so you don't lose it. Also carry some Velcro on me. This is the heavy duty stuff, as you can see. Don't really need it that often, but when I do use it, it comes in handy quite a bit. So I always just carry it in me. It's super lightweight. Why not? I also carry extra CLP on me because, I mean, I am military. Now, all of you, I guarantee there's some of you out there that are like, oh, frog lube's not a real CLP, it's trash. And, okay, y'all have your own opinions. I've been using this. I mean, you can see how beat up and dented it is. I keep refilling it with a bigger jar that I have. But I've been using this bottle for almost a decade, I would say, including 240s, 50 cals, M4, M9, and assorted all my personal weapons. And I've had zero issues, so if you don't like frog lube, cool. Don't buy it. I do. Next is tools. So hex and Allen keys. These things come in handy all the time because there's always some screw loose or whatnot. And one thing you should have on you is a good multi-tool. But normally multi-tools, unless you get the bit kit for Leatherman, which I really like, they don't have all these though. And these are cheap. You can get these at like Harbor Freight or something. Now they're not hard use items, but they're still really good to have just for tightening up things, you know, and it's always something small like that, and you never have it, and you got to wait for somebody that actually has the tools. And especially if you're somewhere remote, I mean, you might have to order tools in, and that could take 2-3 weeks. So I recommend these personally. Next, I do hose clamps. So haven't really used these too much, but there was one time that I did, and it came in perfect, like exactly what I needed, and it worked out really well. And they're super lightweight, so I just carry them ever since, just so that situation doesn't happen again. This is kind of specific for my AOR where I'm at. This is just a small 9-volt strobe. So it's IR, so you can't see it with the naked eye. You got to have night vision or nods and all that fun stuff. But this is what I carry just as a signaling device. Just kind of threw it in there. It's not really a fix-it kit. I just have it in there. And then hand warmers. So I'm in a really hot climate, specifically where I am right now. But where I was originally, it was very cold. So I just put hand warmers in there. And they're a morale boost for a lot of people. If you can just get your hands working and getting warm, you're more available to do small tasks and not complain as much, at least I've noticed with troops and other people. So that's a key thing that I keep in there. So that's everything for that specific bag, which, like I said, it's just kind of lock sack. Outdoor Research makes it. I haven't had any like punctures or anything like that through it, so it seems to be working really well. And now I'll just get this stuff out of the way, pull this one as well, and I'm gonna go into this. This is a little bit smaller, as you can see. My hand will wrap around it, and then thickness wise, Outdoor Research as well. So this one always stays with me as well, and it's got a lot of handy stuff in it that I use pretty much every day. or not every day, but they're nice to have. So airborne, right, in case you're getting a cold or something like this, vitamin C works out a lot. Ibuprofen right here, I mean, that's a daily thing. Carry an extra whistle right here, kind of an X-Acto knife, small razor blade. Have some tweezers in here. These are come in handy quite a bit, especially in the desert when you have a whole bunch of like cactuses and little thorns and pretty much everything's out to kill you. Nice to have. Measuring tape right here, one of the soft ones, so you can like wrap around things. Really handy. Most people I don't see carry this. Really handy to have, honestly. Have a lighter in here. In the back portion, just carry some matches. Don't know why, they're just in there. Some phone stuff. So this is Android, the original Android to my actually new charger. I carry Right in the Rain pen, pencil. I carry an extra wedding ring in there just to keep the wife happy, just in case if I break or lose this one. I always have one on me. Moving over to this side, extra blousing straps, right? Because I don't like to look like a dirtbag when I'm in uniform. Some purification tablets, extra ear pro. And then in this, I have batteries. So AAAs, AA's, and CR123s. So those are kind of the assortment of 3 different battery types that I always carry. So, and then I forgot I have some Afterbite, which is very handy as well. Mosquitoes, flies, anything like that. So this is a small kit that I always keep with me for deployed, when I go places, TDY, vacation, anything like that. This will go with me because I can pretty much do everything with the kit that I have now. And I would say this kit probably weighs about 3 pounds. Everything. This included the other one that I showed you. Probably about 3, maybe 4 pounds. That's not that bad to be covering this many of your bases to fix things, and especially daily things like this. Now, this might be a little much for some of you, but if you see anything that you would rather put in, let me know in the comments below. What do you normally carry with you that I did not put in here? Because this whole environment is learning, kind of a learning experience. It's education based. So I want to see what you guys used when you were on vacation or a backpacking trip or road trip or deployed. What did you carry with you? So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, share this video, show it off, whatever you like. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down. I'm not really too concerned, just trying to get stuff out to the public. If you like this stuff, I got a lot more coming up about deployment-based stuff, specific gear, how I wear it, and how I like it, a real-world opinion based on all of it. So thanks. Have a great day.